So, today I want to talk to you about something. One thing in particular. I personally feel like right now is a very interesting time for a lot of people, either in the creative industry or not. Now, for me, I like to think of myself as probably a hybrid. I'm not always the best at doing everything I want to jump into. But I think one of the biggest things overall that people tend to overlook is the fact that when you need to do something, your back's against the wall, you're running out of time, that's where you really need to buckle down and get it done. Me personally, I've always been the kind of person that thrives substantially with having more things than I can do to complete in a day. I feel like when you're learning all that, it's one of the most difficult things. We always want it to look better than the next day. We're always striving to make things perfect, but how often do we make it perfect enough? I see this all the time in this area, whether it's with business owners, to students, to how people are. It's just weird. And the fact that I'm sure it's a part of everywhere in life, and no matter where you go, you're gonna get people who don't follow through with what they're doing. It just really shows you like the difference in work ethic to difference in ideologies of what people want to be doing with their lives and how they actually separate things. Some people say they want to do this to create a better outcome or create a better look, when in reality they're just talkers. They don't want to actually do it. Action. So, I want to introduce you guys to someone super quick. First of all, let me tell you about some of his accolades. They are just absolutely amazing. He has done everything from shooting multiple events. He has worked with Give Back Foundations, where it's working alongside in Colorado, doing work where it's with, was it the
A lot of nonprofit work to get the really difficult conversation that needs to be had of school safety. And so one of the events that we um, were were hired to create content for was bringing uh, mass school shooting survivors all together from like Columbine and several other I hate to say it, but popular school shootings together.
Absolutely. I mean, he just said it better himself. I'll fully introduce him now. This is Gavin. He is the owner of Envyless Media. He has done so much work at this point and has worked with many foundations and has really pushed himself, especially at your age. Like what you're doing is honestly kind of unheard of for real entrepreneurs.
I'd say the thing that differentiates me from most people is actually still the very thing that most people struggle with, and that is just applying and just doing the thing. And what I mean doing the thing is doing actions that are both immediately effective and equitable. My business coach really threw me onto that over the past couple of years, and he says, "Hey, you can, of course, update your website. You can throw, let's say, more content on your page. You can, be make or refining your editing style and making things look better. But the thing is, none of that is doing the thing. And what doing the thing is, like I said, is doing things that are going to be immediately effective and get you business or be equitable. I mean, you cold call or cold approach a business and say, hey, I have this service that I really do believe would be able to help you. Can we sit down and discuss if we'd be a good fit based off of your current problems, right? And so I'd say just going out and doing that is the biggest thing that has separated um, myself personally from a lot of other people, both around my age and, 10, 15 years older.
Awesome. Dude, I couldn't agree more with what you're saying there. I feel like a lot of people these days, especially the younger generation, they see everything on Instagram and Facebook, etc. And they're just looking at, oh, here's something that just gives me this quick dopamine rush to make me do like 5 minutes worth of work and then they just stop. Versus, building the consistency and getting the flow going. How is it that you battle that yourself? I mean, I feel like we all have to face that at some point where, oh, I don't want to do this today, but I know I have to do this today.
I would say the thing that helps me stay on top of things and to stay consistent is having an undeniable belief that things are going to work out. Because, for example, like if you don't believe things are actually going to work out, then you might just tippy toe around it. You might not even actually even start. And so, genuinely believing that things are going to work out at some point, and that every single day, even though it might not be 10% closer, if it's even close to 1% closer to your goal, even after every week, then it's worth it. So it's to just kind of wrap up, it's having an undeniable belief and confidence that the business is going to be successful and that you're going to achieve your goals, no matter what and no matter how long it's going to take.
Well, Gavin, I really appreciate you taking this time. I know you're a busy guy, so you probably want to get back to work. But thank you so much for helping me out today on this vlog.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I appreciate you interviewing me, and it was a good chat. And I mean, hopefully we can do it again.
Oh, absolutely, Gavin. I would absolutely love this. So, this giant print in particular. This giant print has a really cool story with it, actually several cool stories with it. So this photo was actually made in conjunction with my cousin over in Vermont. He owns the company i3 Imaging. It's actually really cool what they do and the signage work that they produce. But he made this specifically for me because when I was working on the art gallery, what we were doing was creating a giant format of a metal print version I had of this. And my cousin, when I told him about it, he was like, yes, let's do it. Just hopped right aboard and wanted to hop in and help out as much as he could. You know, we made a video about this whole print. I definitely recommend you guys going to take a look. Check it out. I think you guys would be really interested in it. But the premises behind this and why I'm even bringing this up is actually because of the fact that this print itself, if I wasn't afraid to do things, I would not be where I am today. I mean, I've done things where I've gone out to Vegas and done higher end production work, working with clients I never thought I would ever get to work with, to now being back in New York, figuring out my next steps. I have flown in helicopters, flying over New York City now. The list is literally endless of what I can do at this point. So I'm gonna end the vlog here today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been a really unique one for me to make and edit and put together. This is a little bit different of a format than I usually do. I will preference, I am getting ready to start bringing the camera with me. I'm going to start carrying it around so you can see the day by day, me going to the gym, meeting some of the people I know, and all that kind of stuff. So definitely stay tuned, and I hope you guys are liking these.